Hello friends, I'm here today to speak about some sectors as to how are they doing in the market. As we have all seen, the market has fallen quite a bit in the last few weeks and months. It's clearly in a downtrend. I would like to hence talk about my view of some sectors. The first sector that I would like to talk about is Nifty 500, not a sector as an index. As you all know, this is the index that I track to get a view of the overall market and not Nifty 50 because 500 CNX 500 consists of about 500 stocks, which is better than tracking only top 50 large cap stocks, right? Okay. So as we can all see, the CNX 500 is in a clear downtrend. There's nothing much to talk about, from that perspective, very very clear. If you were to expand it a bit, we can see that it is basically below the 50-day moving average, below the 100-day moving average, below the 150-day moving average. Basically, it's below all the moving averages, right? So at this point of time, there is no indication for us to say that it has bottomed out, or we can say that this is a good level to invest, because it could keep going down from here. However, having said that, what we do see is that from a Fibonacci analysis perspective, I see that the index is almost around the 0.618 retracement level, uh, which is at about 19,200. Then at about 19,500, we have supply and demand support. Remember, this is the CNX 500 and not the Nifty 50. Okay. So somewhere we are approaching, in this zone, we are definitely approaching the support zones. So we'll have to see if the index is taking support here or not. If you look at the daily index, we might get some sense. It's clearly taken a bounce around the demand supply support level, right, as you can see here. But as you can also see, it is in a clear lower high, lower low mode. So if it were to kind of form some kind of a double bottom, and then go up, and if the 20-day moving average were to cross the 50-day moving average, we'll get some indication that the index is reversed. Right. So that's a kind of a view on the Nifty 500, the CX 500. Now let's look at some of the sectors which I believe might be showing some signs of bottoming out. Okay. So let's look at the middle index. Right. So on the weekly chart, the metal index is kind of looking something like this, right? It is um, kind of showing some kind of a reversal here, but the view is a bit better on the daily chart if I were to look at this, right? So as we can see here, the metal index has kind of taken support quite a few times on this at this level here. Right. And it is, was also in a tight range, and then it has kind of given some kind of a mini breakout, and it is slightly consolidating in this range here. So it's kind of giving me some indication that this could be, heading for a bottoming out and maybe for a new uptrend or a new upswing. But we'll have to see, if it were to, cross the 200-day moving average, that is definitely, a good indication. It has crossed the 50-day moving average, and the 20-day moving average is crossed with 50-day moving average. So all these are good indications, right? So yeah, so that's one sector from where we could look at some stocks. Yeah, now this is the power sector. As you can see in the power sector, we have had a double bottom, right? And it's also formed one higher high, if I may say so, right? And it is consolidating in a tight range. It's still below the 50-day moving average, but this kind of is again giving an indication that there could be some bit of a bottoming out indication here. Some connected sectors like utility is showing a very similar pattern like the power sector, right? So that is another sector where we could look at. So that's my view, on the on the sectors where I believe some bottoming out is happening. But yeah, overall the market is still in a downtrend. So be careful. If you invest in any of these sectors, um, I can come back with some stocks also which I believe might be doing well, and maybe I'll make another video for that. Thank you for patiently listening to this video, and I'll talk to you again. Thank you. Have a great day ahead.